clear to the finish line. Good run coming. Hurry, hurry. I mean, the horse.
This bombshell beauty right here can ride like the wind. She got one more to go.
A new leader with a 17 for 3-3.
Hey, welcome to Barrel Racer Life. My name's Maddi Stoltman. I have big news for you guys. So Hot Sauce went to his new home. This was the easiest and most uncomplicated horse sale I've ever had. I had been praying for a while to make the right decision on whether I should sell Hot Sauce or not, and I decided it was ultimately the best thing for him and I both. And in less than a week, he went to his new home. He's actually not too far from here. He's with a young girl in Benton City, Washington. They've made a few runs already and they're doing amazing. Really, it just solidifies for me that I made the right decision, especially seeing a horse go to a great home, be loved, and do well with them. So a sad and happy moment for me a little bit this week.
I just watched one of Fallon Taylor's vlogs, and she is at the Ruby Buckle and was sharing some of kind of the logistics of the Ruby Buckle and the event itself and things, all that kind of stuff. So I thought, you know what? I should share with you guys a little bit more about the actual process of these races. So the Ruby Buckle and the Pink Buckle are two that you don't have to qualify for, but your horse does have to be eligible to run at those races. So the Pink Buckle, there's 50 stallions in the program. If your horse is by one of those stallions and is nominated, you have to pay a $200 nomination fee every single year to keep them in it. You can run at the Pink Buckle. The Ruby Buckle is like the Pink Buckle's little sister. And there's 150 stallions in the Ruby Buckle, and same thing, your horse has to be by one of those stallions, and then you pay $200 a year to keep them enrolled. So Claude is in both of those programs, and I'm planning to go to the Ruby Buckle West race. The Ruby Buckle hosts 3 races a year. The Pink Buckle just holds one. And the Ruby Buckle, the first one that they're having currently right now while I'm filming this, it's the end of April, it's called the Central Race, and it is in Guthrie, Oklahoma, the same place they have the Pink Buckle race at. And then they have one, I think, in Tennessee or something like that. And then the Ruby Buckle West is at the end of June this year, and it's going to be in Utah. So I'm planning to go to that one. It's still a 10-hour drive or so. It's not like it's super close. I can't go to Guthrie twice a year. It's just too far. It's a 3-day drive and very expensive. So I opt to go to the Pink Buckle because there's bigger payouts at that one. But anyway, I'm doing my entry right now for the Ruby Buckle West at the end of June. And I only have Claude, which is kind of, I mean, last year I went with just him to the Pink Buckle, but yeah, just one horse. So this is what it is. But anyway, I'm working on my entry right now. Basically, to enter this race, it's $500 for the open. And you also have to have your nomination fee, that $200 yearly fee has to be paid before you can enter the race. So it's not cheap. That said, they pay out a lot of money at these races. So yeah, it's expensive to go, but the payouts make it worth it, in my opinion.
Hello, Rex.
I put the horse blankets away thinking we were done with that for the year, but now it's cold again. It's cold again, but we're doing it.
I bought another horse. I actually bought him in February and have not introduced him to you guys yet. Him and I had a couple setbacks, which led to me not being able to ride him for about 6 weeks, maybe even 8. So I've been able to get back on riding him again, which is really exciting, and he's doing well. He has not started on the barrel pattern yet. We've got towards kind of starting that process. He's 4 years old. His name is Boss, and Boss will run next year as a 5-year-old. So I am going to be spending the summer kind of working on a young one and starting all over again. But he's very nice. He's really broke, which will make my job a lot easier going to the barrel pattern. And of course, I'm going to document some of that to show you guys.
We have about 20 steers of our own, and they actually have to be taught to be roped. So basically they will learn to go through the chute and kind of understand the process of being roped, and they will do this a few times. They're a little bit wild at first, but they kind of get the process figured out. We also teach them where the exit of the arena is and all that kind of thing. And I rode Boss around while the guys did this, just to kind of give him exposed to all the sights. In typical spring fashion, it is questionable looking clouds hanging over us, so hopefully we can get to ride before that happens. Wait. I usually prefer to ride in split reins at home, but Claude is really particular about things. And 90% of the time it's windy here when I'm riding, and he doesn't like the split reins flapping around in the wind and touching him and swinging around on his bum and stuff like that. So I ride in a single rein at home, just a longer one than I'd run in. Here's my peanut gallery today. This is my millionth time attempting to take videos today with this freaking horse tracker thing. Gonna get it sorted out today. All right, Lord help us. I hope that this works. So of course my audio didn't work. This is a bit of the slow work that I do with Claude. So I actually like to stop my horses at the barrels. Not everyone does this. Some people will say they never stop a horse at a barrel, but it's worked for me. So you see I stop and move their hip in like that. With a horse like Claude that's more turny, as I'd say, I actually will stop him a little further into the turn. So I don't actually stop him until my leg is closer to the barrel. So you can see that happen again here, and then I'll do it at the third as well. Claude tends to want to come back really hard in the turn, so he might drag a barrel over in an instance like that. So this is something that I actually do. I felt like he cut me off a little bit there. So I do this thing called a disengage right here, wherever they want to cut a turn off. And it basically, you bring their nose to your knee and kind of kick their hip out and around. And the idea is to loosen that rib cage up and tell them to keep their feet moving through a turn. So if you're having a horse that needs to get one extra step through a turn and they're struggling with that, this is something that might help you.
Well, I'm actually headed to a barrel race tonight, Tuesday. I'm going to make a run. It's been a little bit since Claude and I made a run together. This is more for me than for him. And we're gonna run tonight. It's just in Yakima, which is about an hour from here, so it's nice and close. And then Friday, I'm up at Grand Coulee Rodeo. I actually got a rodeo perf for a change. I do still have my permit, which means that your priority of entering is a little bit lower, so you don't always get performances. Actually, no one always gets performances, but particularly a permit holder. So I got the Friday night perf, which is awesome because Saturday we have our first team roping event here at our house. So it's been kind of a mad rush this week trying to get everything ready for that. But I'm really looking forward to getting to run at a rodeo. It's been a long time. And also to have our first roping this week. So thanks as always for watching, you guys, and I'll see you next week.